Hello, teacher and classmates. Our group is made up of Angie Rodriguez, Angie Pacheco, and who will speak, Lisbeth Perez. Today, we will explain one of the special modalities of import and export, which are export and import by postal traffic and urgent shipment and urgent deliveries. Export by postal traffic and urgent shipment can be considered by this modality mainly shipments that leave the national territory through the official mail network and urgent shipment, provided their value doesn't exceed 5,000 USA dollars and require delivery immediately to its recipient. That is to say, approximately 18,700,000 Colombian pesos. The task of reception, declaration, and shipment mails are shipments that leave the national customs territory by the official postal network will be carried out by the National Postal Service company or however at its representative. And the legal authorized companies for each urgent shipment will be made directly by international transport companies that have obtained a license from the Ministry of Information and Communication Technologies as specialized courier companies and are registered with them. Therefore, each of the packages that are exported in the form of postal traffic and export shipment must have an attached label that includes the following information: name and address of the sender, name of the specialized courier company, name and address of the consignee, description and quantity of the merchandise, value expressed in dollars of the United States of America, and gross weight of the package expressed in kilograms. Also, the package that contain correspondence must be packaged in separate package from those that contain shipments that are reached the national customs territory by the official postal network or urgent shipment and must be clearly identified, include special baggage. Merchandise that require approval licenses or authorization for shipment abroad must demonstrate compliance with the requirement at the time the corresponding export declaration are presented to custom. The support documentation for this modality requires the shipping authorization required and the corresponding declaration. In this case, it must be processed in the manner provided in this decree for definitive export with single shipment and definitive date. The intermediaries of postal traffic and urgent shipment will be present through the electronic computing service the information of express manifest, individually signed age of the transport document. Said information must be consolidated with the representation of the shipping authorization request in the terms and conditions established by them. The corresponding request must be submitted to the customs jurisdiction where the goods will be shipped. On the other hand, mail items that leave the national customs territory through the official postal network are exempt from the obligation to submit a shipping authorization request and the corresponding declaration, and can be shipped with the sole sublimation of the express manifest. Supporting documents for the export declaration under this modality: the transport documents that cover each of the package, the express manifesto that group them together, and the document that prove the approval or authorization. Supporting documents must be carried by the intermediary for 5 years from the date authorization of the shipment. This modality may end with a modality change when the merchandise that isn't covered by the simplified export declaration or that doesn't meet the requirements indicated for this modality and may be subject to another export modality. Fulfilling the requirement provided in this decree for this purpose. When the leave is obtained, the goods delivered, and finally when the term expired without obtaining a leave or without having been forward the legal abandon operate. An example of export would be that from Colombia we send a specialized machinery manual to the United States through the FedEx shipping network.
Thank you, Lisbeth. Now I am going to talk about import by postal traffic and urgent shipment. The concept is, but in my word, is all mail shipment arrive in the national custom territory to the official postal network and express shipment provide their full value doesn't exceed permitted. But in the decree say that postal consignment arrive in the national custom territory through the official postal network and express consignment may be imported by this method, provided that their full value doesn't exceed 2,000 United States dollar and they require from delivery the address. This is the concept in the decree. Now, the requirement, post office network and urgent treatment, there are six requirements. The first said that is value doesn't exceed $2,000 of the United States in America. This is for merchandise. So the second, that is the weight doesn't no exceed 50 kilograms in merchandise. Um, I mean, a maximum weight 50 kilograms in merchandise. So the tiers said shipments that are within the requirement, which are no more than 6 units of the same class and having commercial purpose. So the fourth said no include good prohibited by the Universal Post Union Agreement. So the five said no authorized. I explained the good that the good don't contain illegal elements such as weapons, drugs, or other illegal within the Colombia framework. Is the example. So seats don't exceed the authorized side. I explained the, that the measure don't exceed to allow when dealing with the shipment arrive in the natural custom territory to the post office network. Now, the intermediaries in the import. So the intermediary in import is shipment arrive in the national custom territory through the official postal network. It will be advanced by the National Post Service Society. The example is the service, el servicio del envío de Colombia, and or by company that authorizes licensing as especially courier company registered with the one example I researched the HL Express is the other authorized company for import. So now the document support is a little short. All import procedures under this method must be carried out by the custom office where the good enter the national custom territory. Document such as the import declaration, transport document, the guide of the especially correct company in relation to everything arrived in Colombian custom territory. The end of modality say the I put three four, but can be more four. The method when the goods do don't meet the requirement and it change from special mode. The second, when the goods are received by the imported and the corresponding relates of the good is carried out. And three, or finally, the change of the method can be affected by decision of the custom according to its norms or default. Thank
Now, I am going to talk about the special import modality, that is urgent deliveries. Is expressed in Article 265. This modality is defined as the DIAN may authorize without any prior procedure the direct delivery to the importer of certain goods that require it, either because they enter as relief for victims of disasters or accidents due to their special nature or because they respond to the satisfaction of a pressing needs. This means, for example, in code of aid for victims of catastrophes or accidents, for example, like perishable food, tents and mats, or in other case, uh, urgent delivery goods because of their nature, like for example, live animals, in this case pets, or plants, or in other case, blood and organs. You can also import goods that responds to an appreciative need, like medicines or medical equipment. The requirements to access this modality of import are basically six. The first, you must be registered on the route as an importer with the DIAN. And the second requirement is to present to the DIAN the request for a special leaf or merchandise. And third is the importer must to constitute the guarantee in favor of the nation of, in other words, in favor of the DIAN. The guarantee, that is to say, that the insurable amount of the guarantee is 100% of the custom duties, and its validity only will be of 2 months. Fourth, and all donation arriving in the national customs territory must be consigned to public or private non-profit entities. For example, the public entities such as Red Cross Colombian. Fifth, it must be a merchandise, but it's a special nature. And sixth, it must be merchandise that respond to a pressing need. As I said before, this merchandise is such as medicines, medical equipment, and in other merchandise. As for the super document of this modality are divided in two. The one is when the urgent delivery respond to goods by their special nature or because they respond to the satisfaction of pressing need. Are a principal four documents. The first is the transport document, where the importer must be listed as the last consignee. The second is a customs mandate or endorsement. This means it is like the contract by which the declarant empowers a customs agency to carry out the necessary customs formalities. The third is the guarantee document, and the fourth is the importer have all permit, authorization, and good use requirements. Um, in this case of entry of release for victims or disaster or accidents, must present importer the document relationship of the goods, where indicates the transport document, the date of arrival of the goods in the country, and the general description that includes a class, quantity, value of the goods. And finally, it is evident where the modality ends. Are principal three cases. The one is when the modality change. The second is when the leave the importer declaration present, and 3 is the confiscation of donate goods.